There are two main pests of tomato, cucumber, melon and aubergine crops. I mean, here I've got two leaves from the aubergine. This is the healthy leaf, and here you can see the infection by red spider. Goes all mottly, and in a really severe attack it starts to get webs and webbing. Well, now I'll show you later on what we do to try and control those, but first of all let me get down and show you the beefsteak tomatoes. Some of the latest varieties, country fresh and really large fruited kinds. If you thin them a bit, you'll get a tomato big enough to cut one slice across to fill a sandwich. And of course the beefsteaks don't have very many seeds, so if you're looking to make sauces, the beefsteak tomatoes are quite useful. My apologies for the builders, you know, our street is being rebuilt very nearly. But if you see how many fruits one tomato will produce, we've got truss there, an enormous truss here, another truss here, up to another truss, and if you want to get the biggest fruits, then you need to thin them. When it comes to cucumbers, small gives you tremendous number. I mean, here with this mini munch cucumber on a grafted rootstock, there's two, and then here 3 more, 5. So at every leaf joint we get little side shoots growing and more cucumbers coming right the way up, and here you can see it's still growing and the little cucumbers still coming. I'll need to really keep the water and feed on this plant, otherwise you'll find at the top the little fruits start to shrivel. Now, I mentioned the two pests. When it comes to red spider, then we just dust on the leaves this vermiculite, and in it is a thing called Phytocelius, a little tiny insect that flies about and eats the red spider. So that's a good biological means of control. And then up here I've got an example of whitefly. Too many, I'm afraid. I shouldn't have them. And the way to control them is to use a little parasitical wasp. It's called Encarsia. It comes on a card, and that little circular disc has the tiny parasitized whitefly. The adults hatch from that, fly out into your crop, lay eggs in lots more whitefly, and that's the way we reduce their numbers and in a perfect world eliminate them. You will need to introduce them twice, one lot and then a fortnight or 3 weeks later a second lot of parasites to do a really good job.